Welcome, chat fighters.
Oh, I like peanut butter. What kind of funky club were you at last night?
Boobs are real, her boobs sparkle, her drinks are perfect.
I'm addicted to coffee, and I love to gamble. Gio, can you say patriarchy so we can drink?
How did you open that beer?
Happy Sunday, chat fighters, and welcome to another episode of Chat Fight, where we'll try not to yell as much this week, right?
No.
Joanna says no. I don't know. Let us know. What did you think of last week's episode? Was it a lot of fun with all our anger and passion, or could you not hear us? I really want to
You
know.
probably would rather we were lifeless and boring and polite.
Let's do that this week. Is that even
told-
possible with us?
I was told from a few people that last week was one of our best shows. So
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know that. Your hair looks freaking beautiful. What did you do?
My
bitch?
grandson did it.
Oh my God, it looks
Your
so
grandson
good.
did your hair.
Yes. No,
Hand
he
them
didn't.
over.
No,
I want hand them over. Hand them over.
No, I went out to dinner last night, so I thought, gee, maybe I should do my hair.
It looks really good.
Thank
It
you.
does. Looks
My
beautiful.
party hair that I stick in.
Gonzo, your hair looks
What
good
do you mean
too.
you
You
stick
don't
in?
have to
You
say
s-
anything. And before I get started talking to Gonzo, let's get the rules of the game out of the way. If you're joining in, you know that we have a game. And if this is how it goes. If I
Chuck.
bring up patriarchy, Joanna brings up Poland, Sharon brings up acting, you will take a drink. We have our drinks handy. And if any of us bring up Trump, mansplaining, say we need a drink or smoke, say like 3 times, or ask Gonzo for input, we will take a drink. And if Gonzo just voluntarily mansplains to us, you will also take a drink. Now, the game gets tricky if we get real into it and I end up saying that I was wrong about something, which never, okay? But in the event that I do, you're going to finish your drink. And if cleavage is in the shot, which...
Well, tonight cleavage will be perpetually in the shot.
So you need 2 drinks, really. So you can
Just
finish
get
one
the
for...
straw.
And then if anybody mentions toxic masculinity, I doubt Joanna or Sharon would bring that up. But maybe, you never know. You never know. So,
Can we add something to this?
absolutely. What would you
How
like
about
that?
double chin
Yeah, if Joanna says double chin. Okay.
and facelift?
Okay, you hear that, Gonzo?
How about turkey?
As a man with a double chin and who's
Oh.
grown a long, lovely
Did you see the
beard.
way he looked?
Yeah.
No,
Okay, sure.
just period. Double chin,
Just,
facelift.
just call it one of the unwritten rules.
Gonzo, are you trying to fight Joanna or what? I saw that look.
Gonzo, after I told you should change your clothes, you really don't need to hate me, okay?
Well, I've wanted to fight everybody since I got off work Friday night. So it's like,
Why? What happened?
world's been pissing me off.
It's just me
And-
against the
and,
world.
Yeah, it's just the whole world. And I was very nice, and I was in polite party company and everything, and I had somebody get whiny, and I'm like, not at my friend's house. No. Because my brain went into roast mode. Because somebody
I think
was
I saw that post.
Somebody was being whiny.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm somebody who I don't buy the I'm allergic to this. Okay, get away from me. Sorry, didn't mean to step into your precious snowflake zone. And so I kept my mouth shut and I smiled and I was polite and I didn't say nothing. And by the time I got home, I wanted to just step out of my truck into my front yard and just start bellowing expletives.
Well,
at the top of my lungs.
Are you ready to be entertained tonight?
That's why-
you're going to be able to get it off your chest.
Wait, that's why it's not good to keep your feelings bottled up. You gotta
No,
let
I was
it
being
out.
polite. I was being very polite.
That's what I mean. Polite is
Yeah.
not always the way.
Are you ready to be entertained tonight?
Be yourself.
Because we're all going to go check out the funeral at Mad Robot after this.
Yeah,
Speak for
including
yourself.
myself and Sam Singh from Monday Night Show,
Yeah.
and Sam Singh's friend and future guest on the show, Savannah Grace, will be there.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing 5 hot women.
Yeah.
So
Is Jim-
who better than me?
Jim wants us all to come, right?
Yes, Jim wants us all there,
Okay.
and I believe all 3 of you are going to be taking the stage tonight.
I'm definitely going
Why?
to pop up there.
I have to take the stage.
Yeah, I haven't been on stage.
Why do we have to
all
take
week.
the stage?
Because I
Why?
have
the
a
open
show
mic.
Saturday, so I need to.
There's an open mic after the
Brush
funeral.
up.
Yeah.
And guys, the funeral is a film. It's a short film. There's going to be a lot of comedy there tonight. We're going to be up there doing some open mic.
A ton of comedy.
So please come out if you're in the Boca area. That is Mad Robot.
And if you're not in Boca area, just fucking drive to it.
Yeah, really.
I mean, got a car,
It's not
drive
Everybody
it.
has
that
cars.
far.
It's worth it.
Joanna has spoken. I like that, Joe. So before we get going, how's everyone's week? Joe?
I had a fantastic week.
Okay.
I
What was so
really
fantastic
did.
about it?
She got laid.
No, I
Ooh,
didn't
look at
get
that smile.
laid.
I
That's
know,
so-
I know.
The smile.
Serially.
No, I wish it. Well, no, this is no. No, we have to. I
What
have
was
to
so
shift
good about
gears.
this week?
Wait a minute. Shift gears, ladies. I spent so much time with my grandson this week that it was like one of the best weeks ever. And yeah,
I like
and
that.
he made me do the TikTok. I joined the TikTok.
Gonzo was raving
Yeah,
about that
and
last week, right?
Yes, and Gonzo had something to do with it because he, that made me say to my grandson, make me do the TikTok. And he's like, Mimi, it's not the TikTok. I have a tendency to call everything like the Google, the TikTok, the Instagram. And he's so it's just my thing that I do. So I joined the TikTok with my grandson, and we had so much fun. Like today, we were at the movies, and we just spent a lot of time together. And he's 10, but the fact that my 10-year-old grandson wants to spend time with me, and he thinks I'm cool, makes me feel like really good. You know, like
Yeah.
it makes me really happy. So-
Relishing it. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I
get to
do.
be teenagers, and then they're
No,
gonna
I think that we're gonna like. I'm
think
gonna
you'll
be
still
cool.
be cool?
I think I'm gonna be cool, grandma, or cool Mimi, because I'm Mimi.
Wait till
And-
he realizes his friends are attracted to you, and then he's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh,
Then you're gonna be
I
like,
hide you,
Mimi,
beautiful."
Mimi, put your clothes on.
No,
Mimi, cover up.
No, he's
You know,
like
that-
he's
that-
proud of Mimi. He tells his friends, my Mimi was in a
Yeah.
movie. I'm not going to say that word that
No,
you
no,
don't want
no,
me to
when
say. I don't
he's
want
a
our
teenager.
customers- I
I
don't
mean,
want our customers.
People in their 50s still got the
viewers getting
sexy
drunk.
mojo going. Who are you
No, I'm
kidding?
saying when he's a
he,
teenager.
I really love it. I'm really happy. So anyway, that's what it-
Joe,
yeah.
how was your week?
That's awesome. My week, the beginning of my week was absolutely horrible.
Do you want to elaborate or no?
No, not really. I just,
Room down.
yeah, no, it was bad. And you get, no, you know what? you act, you both know. I've talked to both of you. You were there for me. Thank you very much. I drowned in tears for.
Are you
what,
doing
2
better
days?
at the end of the week?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you really
Yeah.
all week because
Yeah.
we haven't been doing mine.
I think you're the one who needs some
What?
eggplant.
Huh?
you know.
No, ew. Last thing I need is that. Thank you very much. That's what got me into the
Oh
mode
my
in
God,
the first place.
Joanna, shut up.
So please, no.
Okay.
But no, I'm okay.
They always say the best way to get over a man is to get under a man. That's just, it's always worked for me.
That does always
I
help.
do value your opinion, but I will pass on that one. Thank you.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm
So-
okay.
Works for me.
I'm okay.
All right.
okay.
My week was a blur. I'm so busy
Yeah,
at
I
work,
love it.
and I didn't really go out to any mics, like I said. But I've been writing a lot of jokes this week because I'm working on being less vulgar. And so I'm going to go to Robot and do less vulgar jokes. But in that exploration this week, I got into a conversation with Joanna about what's offensive. And I thought it was funny that, for instance, like, what I find offensive is like misogyny in jokes, you know? Like, if you're doing a whole bunch of my wife, blah, 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 I'm like losing attention and not interested.
Right.
But then there's some people that are turned off by vulgar language, such as the words dick or pussy or fucking or whatever. And I kind of just want to explore that avenue. So let's start with Sharon, because I don't know what you find offensive, Sharon.
There's not a whole lot that I find offensive. It takes a lot for me to get offended.
Yeah.
I get more confused than offended. Like, honestly. Like, I find myself watching a lot of the young, especially male, the young male comedians, because that's generally who gets up there, especially at the open mics. A lot of them, the bulk of their material has to do with either getting, if I may say, without you girls getting offended, getting butt fucked or finger fucked in the ass. Now, most of them, I think there's only one or two of them that are outwardly gay, claim to be straight. So their preoccupation with getting fucked in the ass is confusing to me. Probably,
We're gonna explore
I
that
want
later.
you to explore, but so that's what I'm saying.
So
to you
that's
is
what
I'm
you're
not
trying to-
offended. I'm not offended by it. I'm
Yeah.
just confused by it. They don't, because like I said, it takes a lot to offend me.
What is there any like word or just something that you're like, ugh, I don't like, not that will make you necessarily get up and walk out, but just something that you're just like, ugh, I'd rather not have heard that. Is
Racist things offend me.
yeah, so it's more like content, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
some of the racist jokes bother me,
racist
but I
things
think
offend me because sometimes they
Can
do.
I say the word that everybody's tap dancing around right now?
guys, go ahead and take a drink.
Can I say the
Yeah.
word now that everybody's
Yeah.
taking a drink? Cunt. Does the word cunt bother you?
No,
It's
No?
funny
Not
you
even
bring
a
that
little
up. We're gonna come back
Okay.
to that after we
that
explore.
doesn't bother me at all.
No, it doesn't bother me either.
Hang
Joe.
around an English person for about 20 minutes, and you'll be desensitized to it.
I want to
I'm
talk
already
about. I want to talk
desensitized
about
to
the
it. That
word
word doesn't
cunt.
bother
It was
me.
actually
Okay.
part of my discussion. That's
Okay.
funny that he brought it up. But Joe,
English
That
my
word
second
actually makes me
language. Like
giggle.
I don't
I'll
even.
go back to leaning in my chair now.
Yeah, that word
English
makes me
is my
giggle,
second
especially
language,
when a woman
so that
uses
word
it. It
doesn't
makes me
even-
laugh.
what do you find offensive?
There really isn't much that offends me per se. I find most things irritating more than offensive.
So what irritates you?
What irritates me, okay, like the hypocrisy irritates me. Let's say we're talking about comedy, like comedy scene. I'm probably gonna lose a lot of points here, but it really irritates me when people feel it's okay to make fun of Christians and Jesus, but they don't make fun of Muslims and Muhammad.
Well, the Muslims make fun of Muslims.
Fine, but the other people, that irritates me. How
I
is it
agree.
okay to make fun of some and then not the others?
Well, maybe they're staying in their lane. Maybe because they're American, they feel like they can make fun of Christians because that's the dominant religion. Not that we have a national religion.
Whatever the
but that's
explanation for that
yeah.
may be, I'm just saying what irritates me. You're going to make fun of somebody's religion, make fun of all of them. What about the Buddhists? What about the Hindus? Make fun of
Yeah.
all of them. Don't just pick on one group.
So you're
And it has
agree.
nothing to do with me being a Christian. It just period. It's, you know what I mean?
like the
It
religious content
irritates me. Yeah, it irritates me because it's unnecessary and it's stupid most of the time, anyways.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're gonna do one, do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you're trying to be politically correct, so you're picking on the ones that everybody picks on, basically. So you're pandering. And also irritates me when white comedians, especially white men, pick on white men.
Me too. That's
Like,
fucking apologist
Yeah,
bullshit.
like I'm a white man, so I'm just gonna call every white man an asshole because
Right.
that's what white men shoot up. Shut the fuck up, okay? Don't shit on your own race. That
They're
irritates me.
apologists.
They should
It's to me.
leave
It's
that to me,
pandering.
right?
That irritates
Right.
me. It doesn't offend me. Doesn't
Only
offend me.
Gio
It just
can do
irritates
that.
me. Why would you do that? I mean, yeah, we all get it. Like, yeah, white
If you
man
do
is an
it,
asshole.
just make sure it's funny. Don't be
Yeah,
like
yeah,
don't
yeah.
be pandering.
Yeah, irritates
make a funny
me. It's
joke about it.
pandering. Basically, yeah, pandering
Yeah.
irritates
Because
me.
if you can make a funny joke about it, make a funny joke.
Yeah,
about
and
it.
then
if
and then
it's
all the-
genuinely funny, then
yeah,
it's
yeah.
funny.
'Cause
But
some
when you're
jokes can only
when you're
come
an
from another white
apologist,
man's
it's
Yeah.
like, oh,
perspective.
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
shut up.
And then all the sexual content that really
I
don't
was
even
gonna
know.
get there, yes.
I don't know if it's offending me, but most of the time
Do you
when I
mean-
sit there for 4 hours listening about, and I did promise I will be less vulgar, but this calls for the actual
Yeah, go for it.
ass fucking, dick sucking, cum eating. After 4 hours of that, I go home. I feel violated. I feel like I've been
She's
raped.
right.
Is
And that's
it-
all they
It's
talk
not
about.
comedy to me. It's not
funny
Is
funny.
it just
anymore.
the swear word?
I mean,
or
sometimes
is
no. It's just
it-
the
No, it's the
actual
content.
topic.
Is
It's
it
the
'cause it's
content.
sexual? 'Cause I know a lot of my
I mean, no,
content
no.
is sexual.
Sex is funny. Okay, you can make it funny, but if you hear this over and over, one after another,
Yeah.
is that all you can talk about?
Yeah, I want
Ass eating? How is
Right.
it funny?
and I want to explore the
And that's
notion
just-
that
ew.
that comedians
Ooh, Gonza.
apparently
Some skill there you got.
I didn't
Did I
see what
say
he
I
did.
didn't need it?
Oh my god.
He
But-
just did that. No, I'm
It's
offended.
warm in here. I have to take my jacket off.
I don't know what Gonzo's over here doing, but he's getting the ladies hot up in here.
He's
I'm gonna
really.
keep my eye on you,
He's
Gonzo.
doing something.
It's charged atmosphere in the studio.
There is particles, definitely particles flying.
But yes, I wanted to say
a
that, like,
charged
as
atmosphere.
a new comedian, like
I see the pheromones flying here.
they come at you a lot about like saying that when new comedians tend to be dirty, like they have a bunch of, like, I have a bunch of blowjob
Because it's
jokes.
the easiest thing to do. It's the
It is.
easiest thing. This is the easiest form of comedy. It's
Yeah.
like, and you know, I'm a new person.
But
to
sometimes
comedy
it's just
scene.
really good comedy still, you
Like
know?
when?
Sometimes it is
Like,
funny, but
It is funny. No, I'm not saying
you know,
it's not funny. but
Hennessy
come on.
Williams is dirty, but he's funny.
yeah, but he's funny.
He's really funny.
I enjoy
That is-
his dirty humor
Yeah, I
because
do.
he's funny.
He will
Well, I
talk about
suppose
eating some pussy.
it takes
Right.
us, it
But
takes
it's
a
funny.
skill.
He
But it
has
takes
a
a
punchline.
skill. It's a skill. Not
Yeah.
everybody has
We
it.
don't want to
you know?
hear you kids. Okay. No, some of y'all are too young to even know how to eat pussy.
They
So
don't even know what they're
just stop.
talking about.
Well, some of you don't even
I mean,
know.
I mean, I'm not going to call out any names. One guy got up last week
Mm-hmm.
and he started talking about butt fucking and a butt tattoo and how funny it was, and he couldn't understand why nobody was laughing, and it just wasn't
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny, and I wanted to raise my hand and say, dude, nobody's laughing because you ain't funny.
That's not to say that, you know, you can't do butt fucking jokes that are funny. Like,
No, I
every-
enjoy
like,
a good,
remember
funny
Brett
Brett
Lawrenstein?
Yeah, he's funny.
He's in New York
motherfucker.
now, yeah,
He's
yeah.
in New York. He's killing it. You know
Yeah.
why? Because he's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what?
If you're funny, you're
Okay,
funny.
but he uses his own
And he's
experiences.
self-deprecating.
He's talking
He's
about himself.
self-deprecating.
Yeah, and he
That's
is
funny.
actually a gay man, so he does really like butt fucking.
So that's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's self-deprecating. He jabs at himself, and he talks about his own experiences.
Yeah.
And he's buzzword funny.
But
Guys.
and you know what? As graphic as he may sound, but he really isn't all
He's
that
not graphic. He's-
No,
he's
he's
just
not. It's
telling
not
a story.
disgusting.
Let me
It's
just
funny.
let me just say this.
not children.
I want to say this. I noticed both Joanna and Sharon's cleavage, and I think it's time to take some drinks.
Totally.
Maybe
I have
finish
no-
our
I don't
drinks.
have a cleavage.
Girl, you got some cleavage, girl.
I do.
She's got cleavage. All right, Gonzo.
No, I don't have.
Don't be a see you next
Gonzo
Tuesday.
doesn't have a cleavage.
Sure you do.
Do y'all know that?
You're just hiding it.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Yes, I understand the acronym. Yes.
See you next Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't understand.
Can't understand
Cunt.
normal thinking.
Cunt.
What
Oh,
about
I never heard that one.
Count on Tuesday? What?
It's a very misogynistic, toxic masculinity joke.
My mother's favorite swear word is cunt. And it's funny because today we have this comedians and coffee houses that we do with Patrice Harris, Treese the artist, and she specifically told us today that's one word she doesn't want to see comics use on stage. And I was like, man, I don't know if I can abide by that rule, you know, because
Yeah.
I like that word, but I
love
mean,
it.
I don't like what I find to be irritating. Like a lot of people like Tosh, and I felt like Tosh is lazy because he's just vulgar, you know, just comics that swear a lot. Like Cat Williams, not one of my favorite. You know, I think he can be funny, but he's just a whole bunch of motherfuckers and this and that, and it's just like, okay, it wears you out.
This motherfucker.
Yeah. You get worn out, and I don't need all that to keep laughing, you know. So personally, I'm just trying to explore that whole, like, I have some new jokes that are not sexual at all, and I'm trying to change up some of my sexual terms to be more like for all audiences, because that's how you get paid as a
Right,
comedian,
that's how you
know?
get paid. Well, my favorite comedian, as you know, I've mentioned her before, is Jessica Curson. And she was just here, actually, at the Parker Playhouse. Again, she visits Florida a lot because her family's here. But, and I follow her on Instagram and Twitter and all that other stuff. And she just posted, literally, I just looked at her post right before I got here. Very funny. She had to deal with a heckler who screamed. You know, you have to know her humor, her comedy to understand what the gist of it was, but basically a heckler screamed at her on the stage, "Tell a joke already," because what she does is you have to see her anyway. She says, "Okay, knock knock," and the lady, the heckler, says, "Who's there?" She says, "You're a cunt." Okay, that's her humor. And of course, if you know Jessie Curson and you know her humor, and the audience went fucking wild.
That's
because
funny.
that's her comedy.
Did
that's
you
funny.
say that? Isn't that what you said today when we were having the comedians and coffee houses?
Yeah.
That someone else did that.
Jimmy Schubert, but he didn't do it funny. He went off. He got
No,
so
she-
angry.
Yeah, she doesn't get angry.
Yeah,
though.
he got
she's
angry.
very funny, and she's very like.
And I feel like I'd use the word cunt in context of myself more than anything.
Yeah,
Because I
absolutely.
can definitely be a cunt, and it's like a badge of honor. Call me a cunt. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got interviewed yesterday. The girl said, "Explain yourself in 3 words. Define who Sharon Pfeiffer is in 3 words." I said, "I'm a bitch." Like I don't know. Like if I had to explain myself, I don't know. I'm a bitch.
I want your microphone to be there. That way you can talk across it. You can talk to her now. You can face her and actually talk to her without the microphone getting
Yes,
in.
Dad.
Take a
It was-
drink.
It was blocking your face, and
Yeah,
I didn't
take
know
a long swig of a
Nobody's
drink.
watching.
See, now they can see your face.
Nobody's watching.
Don't say that.
Who cares?
Take a drink.
If anybody who's watching, you can write in and say, "Can you tell Sharon to move her microphone so I can see her
You've got a
titties?"
beautiful face. You are covering it up with the microphone.
Thank
And
you,
the cleavage,
Gonzo.
Sharon. And the
They
cleavage.
saw the cleavage. The cleavage was showing. Now the cleavage is covered up.
No, I can see the cleavage.
Willie
Your
Willie
cleavage
Gordon,
not covered up, believe me.
If you're listening,
See, now look at
I'm
that.
drinking
Look at that
a
picture.
Yingling.
Sponsored by Yingling. But
Sponsored by Yingling.
look at this. Dougie would be here.
Oh, hi,
Nobody.
Doug.
Oh,
Hello,
Dougie.
Funny
well,
would be
Willie
nice. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Dougie.
Welcome, guys.
Dougie, how was your show today?
Oh, what does that say?
Move your mic, Sharon. Oh, that's why he did it.
Uh-huh.
Hi,
Okay.
Jennifer. Hey, Dougie, how was your show? Your Starlight Express or whatever it's
You
called.
use-
I don't know what it's called.
you use
Starlight.
this word.
Starlight something.
So,
Y'all got people watching.
let's see. What else did I
Hi,
wanna-
Doug.
Okay, so before we move on, I want to, like, we were talking about offensiveness and, like, how comics start off blue. So, my second time at the improv after taking Ramon's class, my last joke on stage was this joke. And because I told a bunch of, like, how I'm, like, a suspect, lesbian, but I'm not a lesbian jokes. And I was like, guys, you've never thought about being gay, And they're like, cool,
Right.
machismo. And I'm like, well, before I go, I just want to let you know your G-spot's in your asshole. I get off stage and they're like, oh, they lose it. They loved it. It was gross, but it was still
Right.
like well received, and that's what I'm there for, is to make them laugh. So I think when it comes to being vulgar, or even if you're being misogynistic, make me fucking laugh. That is your job as a comic.
Exactly. Exactly.
But speaking of your G-spot being in your asshole, another one of our topics that we wanted to explore, right? Let's explore boys and anal play. Like
Right.
Sharon was saying. Go on. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, look at that booty. What a pretty nice butt.
You should have heard me and Gonzo talking before you got here about not. We'll get into that.
You can
So,
get rid of that picture.
are you gonna lick that butt?
Assless drawers.
You gonna
Not
lick
the one before. No, not the one before.
So
I have to see more of this. This is a little.
Sharon.
Before
I
we
like
go
the
on,
other
I would
one.
like to thank you for having me type men's buttocks in my search on Google. Now that's going to come up. I'm going to have man ass on my social
For the
media.
record, I
As
didn't
if you
ask
didn't
Gonzo to
already.
look that up. No one
I'm going to
did.
have more man ass.
No
on
one
my
asked
social
More
media.
man ass.
No one asked him, right? Okay, so boys and anal play. Like we said, we hear a lot of the comics. I know Joanna's like, I'm not gonna,
We
but
can
you
talk.
already kind of did because you don't
Yeah,
like
you
that
did
either.
already. You did talk about it,
all the
Joanna.
kids are talking about butt play. They're like, it's a joke. You don't know if they're serious or not. But I mean, what is wrong with that if their G-spot is in their asshole?
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with it when we're in the bedroom and we're intimate and, if we're having, if we're canoodling and whatever, I'm all about it. But when you're up on a stage and you're trying to say something funny, and if you're getting somewhere funny, I'm all about it. But generally, I have to say, I have not really laughed at any of their jokes, number one. Sorry, guys, if you're watching.
But you
fellow
said
comedians.
You said that you like those jokes confuse you. Like,
They confuse me because they're, number one, they're generally heterosexual guys telling these jokes about, I was in the bathroom and this guy came up behind me and he tried to stick his dick in my ass. Really?
Where's the punchline?
Where's the punchline? It's not believable because I know we all write our own material, so when did that happen? I'm not buying it. And you're full of shit. No pun intended.
Oh my god.
And it's not funny. Like, I'm not buying it. And so you're not funny, and I
Well, let's talk about it outside of the joke context.
I was just gonna say,
But
was
that's
this
what it
topic
is. I mean,
intended
it's just,
for comedy?
it's not
or
funny.
No.
That's where I'm
It's
where I'm
just
getting it.
like
I have
it's a
an
segue.
antenna.
It's a segue into the.
That was my question about it, is when I brought it up to you, this comment that I'm making was, for me, that's where I got the idea from. Why do these young comedians all talk about getting butt fucked?
But where it took me was their G spots in their asshole. So
But make it funny. Like
Yeah.
you're not funny, guys. Come up with something
But
funny.
okay, but let's
There's
talk.
nothing funny about that.
Let's talk about it more in the context of man pleasure. Okay. If you have any comments, please pop into our chat.
We should have
our
invited
chat
a
fight
man
room.
to
I
discuss
tried.
this with.
I tried to invite
Go ahead
men.
and take a drink, but may I?
Oh, we
Yes,
have a man right
please.
across from
We're
us.
dying.
Why don't
I'm
you
dying
chime
to
in?
hear.
Pleasure wise.
Has anybody else gotten a boner from a prostate exam? No. Okay.
I haven't had a prostate exam in a while,
Me
so
either.
no, I don't remember.
Exactly. That's because your G spot, your prostate, is in your butthole.
So you get hard-ons when you get your prostate examined?
I was
Hot.
46,
Okay.
and it was one of the weirdest things that ever happened to me in my life. But then again, I've seen American Pie, where it was the milking the prostate
Yeah.
was
They were
featured.
trying to get semen, and that's how
Right.
you get it out right away.
Right, and then suddenly that's the only way he could get off because he was addicted to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because supposedly it is a very powerful orgasm. And
So I've heard.
When I got a prostate exam, I felt a little tingle, and I was like,
So did you explore
Can
it
you
beyond
check
that?
my prostate again?
If you're comfortable, did you explore it
turn
beyond?
around and go, "Don't stop!
I think I have a prostate issue.
You're already elbow deep in my ass. Don't stop!" But no, and other men have given testimonials that they've gotten full on raging.
But do
boners.
you go like beyond that afterwards?
What
Do
is
you,
the
like, are you
prostate
like, oh my
doctor
God,
called?
well, I kinda,
What is
I'm
the
sure- I'm sure
prostate
there are
doctor?
few
Urologist.
instances where men have been
Urologist.
chastised.
They
Urologist.
should have been one man.
proctologist? I thought.
Proctologist.
Or a
I don't know.
urologist,
Urologist,
yeah.
proctologist.
But I'm sure there are instances where, with all the millions of prostate exams that get done, manually with the finger, I'm sure there's plenty of instances where guys have ejaculated. Because it's a brand new feeling. It's a brand new stimulus, especially if you're not a gay man and a catcher and you don't like, toys, you don't like getting pegged.
We're too toxic about,
Yeah.
No.
Hey, let me tell you what, it's exit only for Gonzo, okay? And I've had the subject broached.
Even after knowing, you're just
enough
like, I'm
times
okay
in
with
my
it.
life when I start to feel a finger creep. Nope, that's not necessary. I'm good down. All good. Thank you.
So that's
But
the thing. Like,
know.
there's 3 ways you could probably please your man, right? Like with the finger, or you could do the pegging, or the tongue,
What's pegging?
where you put on a dildo and you fuck him in the ass.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's that's why
I'm sorry I asked.
That's why I brought this up, because like
So I'm surprised that
some
not all
guys
the men
are-
are just gay. They all should just
Yeah,
be gay.
honestly, if
Well-
I had
well,
to
that's the
strap
thing.
on something and fuck my guy, then he's crossing over to the gay
is he
side.
gay? If he only lets
come
Yeah.
wait,
on.
wait.
Come
Wait,
on.
wait.
I mean,
If
on.
he
on.
only lets women peg
Yeah.
him, is he gay?
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Pegging
If
is.
he-
I mean,
'cause all
if
he has
that's
to do
what
is
it
shut his
is.
eyes
If-
and
yeah.
go.
We're just
You got
conditioned-
something in your ass, and that's what
on.
gives you the
Come
pleasure, and you enjoy it.
No,
Like,
you come
what's the
on.
difference?
We're
Who does it?
conditioned in
What's the
society
difference? Who does
not
it?
to really enjoy pleasure when it comes to sex. Like, I mean, they don't even think women have orgasms, and we do.
What?
Like G-spot
If a guy's
orgasms.
taking
Like
a
this-
cock in his ass, he's gay. Okay? I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Yeah,
That's
I'm
fucking
sorry.
gay,
That's
gay,
how I
gay.
feel about
but
it
if
too.
it's a
That's
dildo
gay.
from
So what's the difference? It's something in your ass. Dildo.
guys,
Yeah.
let's check the chat room and see if anyone is
Screw the
trying to-
chat
G
room.
spot, you get that G spot. As simple as that.
Oh,
However
look.
you get that G spot, you get that G spot.
Okay.
It's not gay if a woman does.
Yeah, it is. It's still up your
Who
ass.
says that? Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you,
It's a
Jennifer.
salad toss.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
You like syrup or you like jelly?
Young
I
male
don't even.
comics
You know what? I don't even
don't have anything to
understand
talk
what that
about.
means. What does that even mean?
What, tossing your salad?
Yes.
Yeah, that's eating ass.
Listen, Jennifer says most of her
So he
male
likes to
partners
have his ass
enjoyed
eaten?
Yes.
some form of
He
butt
likes
play.
that. That's what that means.
What?
Steve
Yeah.
Thomas likes to
Toss
have
salad.
his ass eaten.
Most of the men I have been with enjoy some sort of, let's call it butt play, but never in my
Penetration?
55 years.
I'm sorry.
It's the penetration
I'm sorry.
that
To
makes
me,
it
Well,
weird for them.
you know,
and
I'm
you
sorry.
gotta penetrate.
Not
them.
a
you know what?
fucking
It might be a
cock, okay?
generational
Oh my
gap
God.
here because the men that I know, the men that are real men,
Stick a dildo in your ass?
never, ever, ever would let a woman or anybody near their ass.
And see
Okay.
this
Yeah,
finger
but that's
with this
what I'm
nail?
saying. It's about-
That's not a pooper scooper, okay? I'm sorry. If I ever put my finger in Gonzo's ass, I'd be. That's not a poop.
Yeah, and if I ever have to
Stop it.
eat Gonzo's ass, I'm sorry. I'm
please.
fucking killing myself right now. That not just
Fucking cock.
I'll be
Nice
honest.
ass.
The
I mean-
most I'll
I'm a
do is
girl.
like
please
act like
don't.
I'm
my
gonna do it, but
God.
I'm not gonna do anything. I'll just put my hands near there.
I am
If a man
serious.
ever said to me, "Put a cock in my ass," I'd be like, "Yeah, hello." I'm
Yeah,
taking
you know
to
what?
both
Put your
hands
own
and
cock
fucking
in your
rest and
ass.
go
Yeah,
to
thank
the
you.
I
side.
like to
would
try to
never
give
ask
men
any of
safe
you to do that,
spaces
I'm in pretty
and
pristine
Safe
shape down there,
spaces,
so
yes.
you know.
That's not the point.
If you give him a
But
safe space, you
Sharon,
never know what-
Sharon, do you not
Listen, my
think
name-
Sharon?
And
People
isn't
compare me
it
to
fair
Fran
for?
Drescher. They say I sound like Fran Drescher. They say I even look like her sometimes. But I am not going to be with a guy who comes out and says he's gay and then
Thank
be
you.
with him.
I'm not
doing
either.
that.
Thank
It's
you.
I'm
not
not
that he's
that
saying
Hey,
he's
Sharon,
gay, especially
we're about
if he
the same
likes it only
age.
from a
Sharon,
woman.
we're about the same age. Don't you think maybe it's like an
Men
That's
who
right.
like cocks in
Sharon,
their
don't
ass
you think
are
we like
gay.
maybe it's the generational
or maybe
gap
gay,
thing?
or maybe gay tendency, maybe bisexual.
She's not
but
listening to
not,
me.
I know I'm not because this cock in the ass of a man is.
But
either
that's the thing.
Bisexual or gay.
You brought it up. You're like, it's confusing to me, and you say it's a lot of young comics. And Joanna has a point. Is it an age thing?
Maybe it's a
Gonzo's not
generational
into it?
thing. We're about
I'm the only one in the room
listen to
that's
me.
like,
It's
give him a
not
safe
age
space.
thing.
No,
It's
Sharon.
That's where
70
his
year-
G-spot-
there
if you
could be a
really
70
love him-
there could be a 70-year-old guy that is into that. That still.
But
makes
if you
him
really
gay or
love your
bisexual.
man, and that's how he can
If
have
I really
a real
love him, I would
orgasm.
set him free.
Yeah,
You ain't gonna
wait
really
a
love
minute.
him, I will
Wait a
say,
minute.
go
That's just
butterfly,
it.
go.
That's just it. That's what I mean. Generational gap.
Go butterfly,
Sharon,
go.
you and I are about the same age, and in the men that we date, the men that we've been with, like the men I've been with, anyways, I'm assuming same for you. Like they've never asked me anything. They would never have anything get near their ass.
If my grandson
They wouldn't want
came
to.
me
Are you listening
and
to me?
expressed his sexuality like that, I would say, "Go butterfly, go."
Yeah, but still, I think it's this new
Still not.
flippy
That's on a
freaking.
straight man's.
I think it's this new flippy generation
this.
thing.
I
This
think
like.
it's lots of confusion.
I think it's ridiculous.
We've got. Oh, okay. She says use rubber gloves or butt plugs. Okay. I didn't even think about that, Jennifer.
Okay,
If my man asks me, I want to be able to.
this
please
guy
him, you
Willie
know?
Gordon. I don't know who that is, but
Willie Gordon from the Facebook.
yeah, whatever from the Facebook. There's so many of them on the Facebook.
If
It's not gay if a woman does it. If a man does it, it's gay. Okay,
How about
doesn't
if a
matter
man
who
is-
does
how
it.
about if a
It's
man
still up your
pretends he's
ass.
a
If
woman?
you enjoy it, I'm sorry, it's gay.
Yeah, he's
It's
right.
an
That's
animal.
all I'm
It's
gonna
not
say.
about who.
Bestiality.
It's about what. He's right. Do you get the point though that he's making?
No.
It's not gay if a woman
No.
does it. It's gay if a man does it. If an
Okay.
animal does
And
it,
how about if the man
that's
dresses up
bestiality.
like a
Is that-
woman and comes in, man dresses up
Yeah.
transgender, not someone who
I'm
whacked
into
his
it.
thing off,
Okay.
and he doesn't know it. He thinks that Tom, who calls himself Tammy, comes in and does everything. So now it's okay.
I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what you're asking.
Tom
if we
is
can
a
take a-
man, and Tom is but Tom calls himself Tammy and's got a little blonde wig on.
Yeah, it says like stick it
And now
up my
because
ass.
he just thinks it's a woman, now it's not gay.
No,
it is.
Why would you just think? I mean, that's
Get
first
the
of all.
fuck out of here. It's fucking gay as gay.
It's as gay as it
everyone in the
gets.
chat room, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.
Oh,
Sorry,
Lord.
miss.
I'm sorry. A man who likes that up the ass, to me, it's not a man that I want to be with. It's gay. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now I'm going to
I
go
don't- and
get
by the
another
way, I
beer
don't think there's
with
anything
anybody
wrong
like
with
one.
A man who
You want another
likes
beer?
having cock in
Hello?
his ass.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Gonzo, can I get you
It
anything?
also means he's either
Other
gay
than a
or
finger
Do
up
you
your
think
ass?
he's gay if he likes tongues in his ass?
Can I bring you anything
no,
other than a
necessarily,
finger
'cause it's a little
up your
tiny,
ass?
little tiny
So
tongue.
it's about the size.
Okay.
No, it's about
If you
wanting-
Sharon, you want anything?
No, darling, because
So
there's
it
no
sounds
such.
like. What about the
I wish
finger?
you had a. I wish you had a dildo here. Do you? Do you have a dildo here by any chance?
Oh my God.
Go get
I bet he
dildo.
does.
No, I want you to go get it if you have one.
Go
No.
get it.
Oh, darn it.
He lying.
I should have brought one. There is a huge
Ironically, you know who
difference.
has one? Jim Patterson, star
Well,
of The
but he didn't bring
Funeral, that we'll be watching later.
Well, there's a huge difference between a dildo, okay? Everyone, you see this? Dildo and a little tiny tongue, okay? Huge difference. And what a wet little tongue can do to your ass and circle your
that
ass
again,
and all that. And what a tongue can do and what a fucking gigantic cock can do. I'm sorry, when you're enjoying that fucking penetration and what a tongue can do and what a little finger tickling and all
So
that.
what do y'all think
I'm
about
sorry.
women who like anal sex?
Fuck out of here.
Are they gay too?
No, they're sick.
So different. So different.
That's a big jump from gay to sick.
We're talking about women now.
And I don't think it's sick, by the way. I think it's just either you're gay or bisexual
No, but I
or
said-
you're straight.
No, women. She
I
said
said
women.
heterosexual.
I
She
said
women.
what about women who
I thought
like
he
it?
said sick. I don't think it's sick. I think it's just own your shit. You're gay, dude.
No, women.
Don't say-
She says women.
Women.
No, I thought he said
Suck
sick.
on these dudes.
I'm sorry, I thought he said sick.
No, I said. She said,
She
"What
said
do you
sick.
think about women who like anal sex?" I said, "I
there's
think they're
anything wrong with
sick."
That, like
Sodomy.
you said, that's your G spot.
Are you still no? Not for a woman.
Women.
Oh, okay. I'm
A
sorry.
woman's G spot's in her vagina.
No, it's in her
She's
vagina.
on
No,
the
I
roll.
don't have a problem with
She's on
Sodomy
the
has
roll.
been around
I don't have a
since the
problem with
beginning
that.
of mankind.
Yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
mean it's fine.
Okay.
And I don't
Because
have,
the G spot's in there for guys.
and I don't have a
Okay.
problem with what anybody does sexually.
I'm
Do
just
what you
gonna say cavemen were
want.
clumsy.
But don't say you're not gay if you are gay.
Okay, this is my take on anal
you
sex
don't
for
get
women.
to choose
okay,
someone's sexuality for
No.
you. Just
No,
remember that.
no.
If
I
they
don't
say
know,
they're
no,
not
but
gay,
listen,
I did.
listen. What is in the ass for women? There is nothing
No, exactly.
to stimulate a pleasure for a woman. Okay, so if you're a woman and you tell me you enjoy anal sex, first of all, you're fucking lying. Okay, you're trying to make yourself all hip.
That's
and-
what I say about blowjobs.
What do you call
but
it? Walk.
I know people
walk,
who like blowjobs.
walk, whatever you walk, because you, like I like anal. I think you're lying, and I think you're sick because there's nothing in there that will make you feel good. Okay, I'm
Same for
sorry.
blowjobs, guys. Same for blowjobs.
I think it's.
That is
I
not
think it's
true.
all. I think it's mental. To be
Yeah, I think
honest.
it's mental. Yeah,
No,
maybe.
I don't think mental like you're sick. I think it's
Yeah.
all up here.
I thought
think
mental.
like mentally, and just like I think mentally, when a straight guy says, "I'm not gay just because I enjoy a dildo in my ass," I think it's mental.
All right,
Like
well-
they are so determined not to be gay, categorized as gay.
I think
But,
that we've
you know.
determined that Sharon is going to keep it platonic with.
Oh hell yeah!
But you know what? If you
Guys who
really love,
like-
if you really love a guy, if you're really like in the relationship, and if you're mad about him and stuff, and he'll ask you, "Would you do it?" Then of course you do it because you love him and you want to
I
do
said
it,
that.
Whatever.
That's what I said the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Oh, you mean for him to do anal sex? With
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
So
not
it's
that
not
any.
the same if you're
Oh,
in love
I've-
with him and he
I've
wants.
been
Well,
there.
to do it
wait,
to
wait,
him.
wait. If he's asked me if I would be okay with some other woman come and like eat
No,
me out,
Absolutely not.
I'd be like, no,
No,
I'm not gay.
saying,
No, I don't want a woman
No,
down
I
there.
have
No,
barriers.
What I'm
absolutely not.
saying is that you
So-
are saying that basically, if your man, if y'all are in love and you want to please him, it's okay for a woman to have anal sex with her man. But
Yes, but I'm not going-
but
I'll do it
let me
for
finish.
him.
It is not okay if you're in love and you're in love with your man and he asks you to have anal sex with him for you to please him.
Yeah, I have boundaries.
No, yeah, boundaries.
Totally.
It's a double standard.
No,
Okay,
it isn't.
let's move on to
So have none of the three of you ever engaged in anal intercourse?
no,
No,
not on
no.
my end.
You mean with him or with me?
With you.
No, I've had it with me, but not with him.
You're taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 50. I'm gonna be
But
56.
The other,
Yeah.
but you other two, no.
Yeah, I mean,
I always
I've
said
loved. Let me put it this way: I've loved before. So
Oh, you've loved
Aw,
them.
she's
That's
so
a yes.
cute.
That is a yes.
Love,
That is.
okay.
That's why she clarified. She's like, well, wait. If you really,
I've
love-
loved.
Gio's like, no.
Okay.
Flat no.
I've
no.
loved
And I've
deeply.
never been with a woman.
I've loved deeply.
I've never.
You
and
can
I-
rub around that area just like I'll do for you, but I don't know. You can't go in there. I get hemorrhoids too much.
And I've
Sorry.
never been with a woman,
No, me
even
neither.
though I've been asked by men
definitely
to
never
be.
been.
I
with
have been asked
women.
to, and no.
And I
No,
will not.
I
I'm sorry.
reserve
I
the
draw
right.
the
Not
line
happening.
there.
No.
I reserve the right. If I fall in love with a woman, I'm gonna be with a woman. I don't think I will because I like toxic
Sorry.
men.
How
But,
did? Okay, now let me ask you this: like, fall in love with the woman. Okay.
Check your purses. Somebody's.
Y'all are cracking us up in this chat room, guys. Please, if you're listening, get into
What
our chat
diddles
room
and
and give us some
giblets?
comments.
That's funny.
So,
all right, so we know
like
Willie
and
takes it in the
subscribe.
ass.
Like the page and subscribe to the damn channel.
yes, please like
Yeah,
and
please
subscribe
do.
so you'll
I'm a
know.
hoe like that.
So you'll know when we're on. and
Willie
so you'll
Gio
know when-
will accommodate you if you ever want someone to.
Gio, I have a
So-
question for you.
Yeah.
If you ever fall in love with the woman, then you'll be with the woman.
Yeah. I have the right to do that.
You have every right to do that, but I'm not. Let's not go with the rights and shit. Yeah. You have the right.
Yeah.
Now, how is that go? I mean, I don't get it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I just don't get it. So, okay.
I get it.
Okay, wait.
What if I
wait,
meet
wait.
the woman of my dreams? I don't know.
She's
A
very
woman of your
open-minded
dreams.
to
Wait,
it.
wait. A woman of your dreams as far as what?
Person of your dreams.
Just a human.
Thank you. That's it. Just
the human.
if I
of her
Gonzo,
dreams.
nobody asked you. Now
Thank
we
you,
have to
Gonzo.
drink.
She's very open to being in a
sounds like
relationship
me.
with a woman.
nobody asked.
No, I don't understand. I want this explained to me.
She's open to being in a
I
relationship with a
understand
woman.
this, but a person of your dreams, a woman of your dreams, as far as what?
Anything.
If like I don't know. I have only been attracted to men so far, so I don't know.
Well, that's because you're not gay. So you meet a woman that
Yeah, but she
you
doesn't know.
love,
She might
she's
wanna
a great
explore.
friend, she's this,
I might
and then
not
you
be
gotta
gay
go
up
to
until
bed
now.
with her, and instead of a hairy chest or a dick, you got boobs and the vagina. You okay with that?
I'm not attracted to women.
Thank you. Case closed.
Yeah, but she might meet a woman that might make her be attracted to her.
No, she may not. She's not gay.
That's all I'm saying.
People
She's
do
not
crazy
gay.
shit for love all the time.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
she's not gay. You would do anything for love, but you won't do that.
Okay,
Trust me.
Meatloaf. Okay, so speaking of, yes, I've pretty much only had platonic relationships with women so far. I reserve the right to take that romantic,
Good
but
segue. Good segue.
thank you. I've been trying to segue, but
this antenna, please, off my hair. I hate it.
still just platonic though.
Can you fix? Yeah.
No,
Don't get weird. Don't get weird.
No. The answer is no.
Don't get weird.
Can I have your health insurance?
Sure.
If me and
She does
Joanna
have
ever
good
get
health
married,
insurance.
We were gonna get married at
if
some
we
point.
get
Then she got
married,
mad at me, and
you know
she
I
was
probably
like,
have cancer.
I want to be the flower girl.
I have
no,
cancer.
she got mad at me because you told me I was cheating.
because you offered my health insurance to someone else.
Wow, he was a guy.
So anyway, platonic relationships. It's like an age-old question, right? Like, can men and women just be friends? And at my age, what I feel like I've learned is my best platonic relationships have been with guys that are with, like, my best friends. Like, my best two guy friends are Enrique Nieves, who is married to my best friend Danielle, who I've known since 4th grade. They're in Spain. I've known him since 7th grade. And then another really good guy friend is my best friend from college, Missy's husband, Jimmy. But all the other guy friends I've had, there's been like some weirdness there, or I've had sex with them, or whatever, you know. And after all the years have gone by, I feel like it's a no, you know. If you're not, you can only believe. Yeah, I guess you can't. I don't know. It's yes and no. Like if they're single, then probably not.
Exactly.
I feel like guys are always. When I've wanted to be just friends, guys, they will fuck me if I would fuck them. And sometimes that's how it happens
that
because I'm
door
pretty liberal,
opens.
you know. If you catch me on the right night, I might be like,
Right.
why not? You know, rub my ass the right way.
Right.
I might just do it. Because I reserve the right to have sex with who I want to, man or woman. Just
Why you
FYI.
looking
So
at
maybe
me?
if a woman rubs my ass right.
Why did you just look at me?
It's like I.
That's
That
what
had
you
to sound
get for
sorry,
looking
guys.
at me when you say that.
What are you doing to knock the microphone?
I
Just
did knock
knocked
the
it over.
microphone over.
It's getting all excitable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then I've had relationships that I just wanted to be platonic, but I might have still had sex with them. But you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do. I know exactly what you're saying.
I
So
wanted it to be platonic, but I still want to fuck them.
I mean, it's like I said to you when we talking about this topic. You know, with your girlfriends, you know, you could say, you know, does this bra make my tits look big? Look at this bra. And, you know, you pull your tits out or whatever you do, and it's like no weirdness.
cleavage, finish your drink.
Oh,
That was a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
cleavage.
I can't.
That was a
I'm
drink.
God.
And then But if it's a guy friend and he's straight, and it's only the two of you in your bedroom, and you go, "Did this bra make my tits look?"
I
That's
see a
it.
nipple. Oh my God! Now we really.
That's
gotta
it.
drink.
There's no way.
That's funny because I have a friend, Jordan Garnett. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this because he puts it all over Facebook, but he always wants to cuddle. I'm like, bitch, I don't do that. I'm not nurturing like that, and you're going to try to stick your dick in. And
I
then-
cuddled with Jordan.
Did he try to stick his dick in?
Nope.
Okay. Well, maybe he's the perfect gentleman.
Well, he has mommy issues.
Yeah.
I agree with that. But that's why I won't do it because every time I've done that, I got fucked. You know, so I don't just cuddle with dudes because
I'm not.
I know
I'm
what's
not a
up.
cuddler anyway.
I know I'm not really either. So, what about you, Sharon? Have you had a platonic relationship that worked or didn't work? What's your take on it?
I have a lot of guy friends, but and I always have, but maybe because I always have had guy friends, I've learned that I need to keep them at arm's length. Because, I mean, even last night, I went to dinner with a friend who lives, up right outside of Saratoga, New York. So it's always been kind of, I only see him whenever he's, down here with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Well, he's down here alone now. So he said, "Oh, let's get together for dinner." And I could tell just by the way he was texting me, it was like, it just didn't feel, right? Like it was weird. And he was like, "I'm so excited." I knew. And sure as shit.
He has a hurt on.
I get there. Yeah, I got to the restaurant and he's standing there with two
Finger in the
roses
butt.
in his hand.
Oh my god.
And I was
Ew.
like,
Did you have to break?
You
it
told me you were gonna call me when
I told him
if
in
you have
every
to
which
run.
way, form,
Next
shape,
time,
and form that I'm not.
Sharon. Next time, let's make a code. Just push a button and I'll call you. Emergency, come help me.
Well, it was a nice
She
dinner and
told him
everything,
straight
but,
up, though.
but I told him straight up. And then, of course, this morning I get the text. I had such a great time. When can we get together again? And I said, well, I'll let you know when I'm available. To have a nice time. But I just.
You have something to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, say it, Gonza.
I never do that lame shit.
Well, maybe you should start.
Two standing in the restaurant with the two roses.
Well, you mean like roses and
Oh,
stuff?
you mean like romantic stuff?
Romantic stuff that isn't warranted.
Yeah, that isn't.
Well, yeah,
I
but
love
how do you
romantic-
know?
Listen,
That two rose shit,
yeah.
that nice romantic shit, I'm so excited stuff. That's somebody who you've already
Established.
popped.
Right.
You've already established.
interest.
You've already planted your
Right,
flag.
right.
That's somebody who that's
Yes,
nice stuff for
yes,
somebody
yes.
who's
That's
you know
Yeah, you don't like.
Okay,
oh,
this
well,
is and
Thank you,
believe me,
Gonzo.
when I was younger, I made several mistakes, and the embarrassment from that stuck with me my entire life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can honestly say that a great majority of my relationships have been started by the woman, because he comes up and lets me know. Because I'm not that aggressive, because I didn't get embarrassed. I got embarrassed a couple of times.
Yeah.
So and it's not shyness. I mean, I will shoot my shot here and there. I'm a charming asshole. Believe me, I'm a big bald, blue-eyed, fat monster. But I got blue eyes and bullshit. But I don't throw it out there, especially nowadays. I don't throw it out there because I'm not going to be the idiot standing there making you
And
uncomfortable
I
with
feel
two
bad
roses.
that that we're even he's such a nice person, but
But at the same time,
and he's a friend. Yeah, very.
men
awkward.
need to also be aware of that. They need to be aware when it's not warranted. Because like this guy, he's texting you still, like you,
Yeah,
like he's still interested.
I.
Before we get into the chat room, thank you for pulling that up. I wanted to
Well,
ask
Willie
Joanna.
Gordon
Right,
has
thank you.
right. There
Yes,
has to be
chemistry.
some
Thank
type
you,
of
Willie.
chemistry. Exactly, Willie.
Joanna, so what about you? Have you had issues with platonic relationships at all?
Well, let me say, my whole life, since I was young, most of my friends were guys. My best friend in Poland,
That's Joanna's buzzword.
yeah, he was a guy, and so when I came to the States, we kind of lost touch, which kills me. I've gone home many times. I try to find him, and he never forgave me for leaving, basically. Yeah. But anyways, and I've had many guy friends, and when I was younger, it seemed to be easier. Like
He wanted to fuck you.
it was no, it was easier to be friends somehow. Maybe it was easier to set the boundaries. I don't know. But then when I got older, and I'm so naive. I'm a very naive person when it comes to that because I always feel that, like, I want to be friends with guys. I have this thing that I love guys as friends. I do. I love men as friends.
Like, even when you get romantically involved with someone, like, you want that person to be a friend.
But I don't want, like, okay, my problem right now is, like, being so naive. Like, I'm so friendly with guys that half of the times guys think I'm hitting on them.
No.
And I'm not. I just want to be friends. And then half of the other time is they hitting on me. And it's almost impossible to be friendly because they're hitting on me. Just like, and it's like,
I remember
okay.
from our comedy class
Yeah.
was like,
And it's like,
I
I can't, you know, like, you don't want to be too friendly because you're sending the wrong signal. You don't want to do that. But this just happened to me, and you both know this, and I'm not going to go into gory details of this, but this friend that I had, and of course I'm not going to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth and the whole story, but most of everything, I wanted to be friends. And we were friends, but then it turns out that it was like, you know, I would text as I would to any other friend, and then it got back to me that, oh, you were all over me. When I was so careful not to be, because I knew that this wasn't gonna be a good time to be all over. Like, even if I wanted to be all over him, this wasn't a good time. But
it was still perceived that way.
Perceived that way, yeah. So it's my friendliness or the way I am, maybe, and that makes it hard to actually just be friends because they take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it puts a damper on the whole thing. So,
but sometimes we do the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do. But that's why, like, with this particular person, I was trying to clarify that. And I don't know whether we had or not. We'll see. That's like work in progress. But the point is, like, I think as you get older, it's harder to be friends, platonic friends, unless there is like completely like no chemistry, completely just no. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's because of my awareness now. Because I guess I was just naive in thinking guys just wanted to be my friends. But
that's
a lot of them would try to sleep with me, and I'd be like, well, okay, you know, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Or
see,
no,
that's how I am.
I don't want to ruin our friendship. That's kind of how I am now.
I'm
like,
so
I don't want to
naive
ruin
about it.
friendships because I have had sex with guys, and I don't want to say it's ruined our friendships.
You know
but
what?
We're not as close.
You know what? In the past, like, I've had sex with friends.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it happens.
And you know what? Honestly, the best sex you can have is with friends.
Yeah.
I mean, with some of them it did ruin it. With some of them it didn't.
Yeah.
It actually strengthened the bond.
I can't say any of my friendships were just ruined.
We actually strengthened the bond. Okay,
I don't even want to say it's strengthened, but it
did
just,
for me.
You
know, like my son's father, as fucked up as this sounds, we were never really like a couple per se. We were like really good friends. We were buddies. We were like buddies. We were best friends.
And is parenting okay with him?
Yes, and well, we lost touch for a while, and he got remarried, and then we got back into touch, and you know, we have a son. We're like best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, well, he's gotten a divorce, and at some point, one time, we had a mishap. What I mean, it's like we actually had sex, and but this did not impale our friendship by no means or anything, you know, and this is like goes back years and years, and this is like the best thing, you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it is possible, but I guess you really have to, I guess it depends on the bond, depends on the people.
We want to get going pretty soon. It's 7:00. We got to get over and watch the funeral. Gonzo, quickly, can you tell us about platonicism or platonic relationships? I made up a word.
Platonic relationships are fantastic.
They're
they
the
really
best.
And like Joanna, I've had sex with friends, and some of them were pretty fantastic. Only one instance did I have sex with a friend where it got weird. The rest of them at all, because I'm pretty casual about that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the bit I do. All sex is casual sex. Who the hell gets dressed up for sex? That's not just sex. That's a fetish. But I can honestly say that platonic friendships between the sexes are very strong, whether or not you have sex with them. Friendship
They
is
can
friendship,
be.
Period. Friendship is friendship.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that.
And they can
like
be.
that.
And there
knowing's
is
half the battle.
Yeah, and
All
there
right.
is certain amount of like, I guess, protection, and you look out for each other differently than you do with the same. I don't know. It's beautiful. It really, truly, it's
I know
precious.
all the like I don't know. I guess it has strengthened because I'm still friends with a lot of the guys I've had sex with over the years, and they're amazing. You know. Let's pop into the chat room. I want to read some of these great comments we've been left before we get off air. Go up just a little bit because I saw a couple of comments from Jennifer I wanted to get into. Guys, thanks for being so active today.
Yeah, I
We
love
really
it.
appreciate it. You're good. Uh-oh.
Jennifer, taking
No, wait. Steven says Joanna is critical of gays. LOL.
I am so not. Some of my best friends are gay.
Yeah.
Seriously.
All right,
I have
What
the
we
clothes.
know
Oh my
about
gosh.
sex can fit into an
Willie said
Altoids
he
box.
is trisexual. I love it, Willie.
Yeah.
Just be
He'll
honest
try
with
sex
it.
anytime. He's not trisexual. He's
Yeah,
being
some
funny.
people are, and that's great that you. That's what I'm saying. Like
Bisexual,
society
you
makes
buy him
us
anything.
like suppress things that maybe we wouldn't otherwise.
Willie
you know?
Gordon, that Brazil thing, that sounds absolutely lovely.
Sometimes they have to be
That really
platonic.
does.
I'm in Brazil right now. I tracked down a woman I was flirting with on Facebook. We saw each other, decided to be friends.
Yeah.
We had a big picnic. That's fun. Like life is about experiences with people, and it's not just sexual.
Yeah, exactly. Jennifer, you're openly bisexual, and
Mhm,
my
I knew
kudos
that.
to you. I didn't know that. I personally do not understand that.
Mhm.
I don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
I'm not
Some
downing
people
it.
make
I'm not
jokes about,
criticizing.
like,
I'm
how
not
can you
judging
be-
it.
you're like, you
Yeah,
don't
I
choose,
don't
but-
understand it. I really don't. But hey, whatever works.
I'm bisexual. If you buy me something, I'll have sex with you.
This bitch is doing material. Like,
Yeah, okay, yeah. This is not an open mic.
all right, guys.
Listen, I have 3 female friends who I've known for over 15 years between the 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, on occasion, over the span of our friendship, taken them out on dates, had sex with them. One of them even was married at the time. That's the last time I was a home wrecker. And I didn't
Oh
even
my God.
wreck that home. They still stayed married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the relationship is the relationship. That's all. Okay, you can take us out now.
All right, thank you, Gonzo. Thank you, man, for telling me
Thank
it's
you,
okay to
Gonzo.
go.
Explain and talk.
Yeah, I wonder if he would want to have a foursome.
With who? Because I'm not
You
in.
kill me.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not a lesbian yet, girls. I'm not a lesbian or bisexual yet. It
I
remains to be seen. It
You
remains
just
to
said if you meet the right
be-
woman.
Yeah, I did.
Aren't we the right women?
No,
I thought you
I just
loved
said
us.
no.
You wanted to marry me.
No, it's
Oh,
platonic.
you bitch. You wanted to just use me for my insurance. Oh.
I take it back. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in, and please come out to Mad Robot. We've got the funeral. Jim Patterson, he was on last week. He's about how old is he? 76?
73 now.
God bless him.
73. Younger than
76.
Bernie Sanders, but older than all of us, you know?
God
So
bless him.
he has a movie. It's called The Funeral. It's about his own funeral.
Yes, and he was my partner.
Yeah,
in
we
that
took class
short,
with him.
Yeah, and in the ask
There we go.
desk.
Desk.
Oh, yes.
Ask desk.
Okay,
Yeah, he was
Gonzo's
my
right.
partner.
So we're going to head out. Please come out. And if you don't, we will see you next week.
Oh yeah,
Thanks for
Gonzo
your
has to
class.
change his clothes.
Thank
We
you.
gotta
Yes.
give him time for that.
Thank you, chat.
7 o'clock next week. Thank you for tuning in. We really love you guys. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.